Hi guys, and welcome to Give Reviews. And to this news that Xena Warrior Princess, my favorite show of all freaking time, is going to be rebooted. Yesterday the news broke that NBC wants to remake Xena. And for me it's yesterday, I don't know where exactly this news broke. I think it was on Monday or on Tuesday, I'm not really sure. But I found out yesterday, so I'm shocked. First of all, I am completely shocked because it was always been my dream to see Xena once again, either on the movie screen or on the TV screen. But there's more to this news. So first of all, this is called a rumor by Lucy Lawless. Of course, that is Xena. She called it a rumor, although some fans say that she did that because she wanted to rally all the fans and say how much we don't want a reboot actually. I really don't know from where to begin telling this story, but basically NBC wants to make a new Xena. A completely new Xena. They want to use Lucy Lawless in front of the camera and behind the camera as a producer, and they want to basically cast another Xena, and they want to make a completely new character that has the charm, personality, the charisma of Xena, the original Xena, and with the brain, with the mind of Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games. I'm just very angry. Okay, so yeah, I'm completely outraged and angry about what I've read. I've already read several articles about this, and they all said that NBC wants to basically have something like the Hunger Games on screen, and they want to use Xena for this purpose. I mean, this is more than ridiculous. If you know Xena, like I know Xena, and every Xena fans knows Xena, she is basically absolutely perfect because she's the most skilled, she's the smartest, she can outsmart everyone. Hercules, Caesar, Attila, everyone basically. The only time that Xena was defeated for some reason, it was because she purposely did that to accomplish something else, like at the end, the last episode, where she purposely knew that the only thing that could fix her past mistakes when she was evil was to go into this suicide battle with thousands of samurai warriors and just die in battle like a warrior. And she still had the knowledge to kill all of them, but she chose to die this way, so the souls of everyone else that she trapped, basically the story is longer than that. Another spirit trapped the souls that Xena killed, but with what Xena did, she was able to die and fight the spirit on the spirit level of existence, and that way she defeated him and all the souls were released. But if Xena was to be revived, those souls will not be freed, will be basically trapped again. Something like that. That was the justification for the creators of Xena to make Xena stay dead, which was terrible. And everyone wants to fix that, wants to see a continuation of the story, so this could be fixed, to see Lucy in the original role, to see Renee O'Connor as Gabrielle, and NBC basically don't know Xena. It said in the articles that Rob Tappert, that is also the husband of Lucy Lawless and creator of Xena along with Sam Raimi, you know, the director of Spider-Man, the first 3 Spider-Man movies, they are both creators of Xena. They are looking now for a writer. And I'm like, why don't you just use the old writers of Xena that were so perfect? Every episode was so perfect. I mean, every episode, like in a season there was only one episode, or one episode out of 2 or 3 seasons that was not so good, or it was too comical. It didn't really fit in the universe, and it was something like out of the Xena continuity. But anyway, I mean that they have the original people doing this, and the original people basically don't know what they're doing, or they try to please the studio. But it has to be made very clear that this is Xena freaking warrior princess. She is not Wonder Woman. She is absolutely perfect. I mean, every other hero that you ever known is less perfect than Xena. She is made to not be so vulnerable. She is made to be the strongest, the smartest. The only thing that makes her vulnerable is where she cares for the people that she loves and wants to protect them. Also, her past is her vulnerability, because that is what got her killed also, because she just wanted to redeem herself, although everything that she did through the rest of her life was good, and she already redeemed herself by helping so many people and saving the world a dozen times. She also was dead and was brought back from the dead. I mean, she's not one of those characters like Lara Croft or Katniss that is like, oh, I'm afraid, I don't know what to do. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. You know, she is not like that. She's so smart and strong. She basically went through hell in her teenage years, and she had to become this warrior basically to avenge her brother's death, to make sure that nothing like that will ever happen to other people. And she just lost her way and she became evil, and then she was good again with the help of Hercules and her own right mind. So I mean, she's amazing, her story is amazing, and to remake that is going to be a disaster. And I usually am on the side on making new things. If you follow my reviews, you will know that I love new things. I love where there's new kind of look at things, and it will be good if something like that maybe could be applied to Xena, but not if it means to destroy everything and to say that it's not continuity. I mean, the first series, just to start all over again. We don't want a remake, we just want a continuation of the story, because that is what fans want, that's what is right. The story has to be fixed, I mean the end. And they said that they want Lucy to be behind the camera. Okay, that's fine, that's okay. They said also that they want her to be on camera as well, but to not play Xena. I mean, I know that she's 47, but she could play Xena in her sleep and still look and be better than absolutely every other actress that could be picked for this role. I mean, that kind of an actress hasn't been born yet, in my opinion. No one can play Xena. This is not Lara Croft. This is not Katniss Everdeen. She cannot be replaced. She just can't. It's like asking Arnold Schwarzenegger, hey Arnold, what do you say about playing in the Terminator movies? I mean, what do you say to play in the remake of Terminator? But you won't be playing the Terminator. You will be playing like his uncle. I mean, John Connor's uncle or dad or something similar. But you will not be playing Terminator, okay? But you will be on screen, and we so appreciate your input behind the camera also. How is that sound? For me it sounds completely insulting, and I will not accept it. Neither will every other Xena fan in the world. And I don't know how even Lucy will accept that, because it's so insulting to see Xena on screen, and at the same time you see next to her an actress that couldn't care less about Xena, probably doesn't look anything like Xena, and can pull this role off, because Xena has to be tough, she has to be presentable, she has to be scary, tough, beautiful, she has to fill up the screen when she's on screen. I mean, Lucy has such a presence when she's on screen. She is the best thing that you can watch. I mean, when she's on screen, she's like, well, Xena. One glimpse of her, you know that she could kick your ass, she could kill you, she could make you look like a fool, she could outsmart you, she thinks 10 steps ahead. She's that everything. She's like MacGyver, she's like Batman, she's like Wonder Woman. I mean, Wonder Woman as a character, I mean, personality is a lot weaker than Xena. Xena is a lot tougher as a personality, and that is why Xena is so unique. She's not like anything we've ever seen ever on screen. Every other female character is always downgraded, is always crying and emotionally unstable, and they try to cry out all the tears and the emotions and then to go and grab the sword and then fight or something like that. And Xena is not like that. I mean, she's not just a female hero. She's not just a woman. She's someone that became a warrior because her life made her to be this way. She doesn't know anything else besides being a warrior. She's not a normal girl. She didn't grow up like that. She had a very bad happening in her childhood. Her brother was killed, her younger brother. Everything that she knew was totally torn apart, and she just was like, I'm going to do something about this, and I'm going to make sure that no one will suffer the same fate as I am. Of course, that didn't happen, but she grew, developed, learned every other martial arts technique that she could, even some spiritual martial arts techniques. She of course wields the chakram, which is one of the coolest weapons, and is actually based on a real weapon. I mean, chakrams are real Indian weapons that are used in closer combat, and they used to even go back as a boomerang, similar to what we see in the show, although of course it's vastly exaggerated what Xena could do with the chakram, especially when it's just hitting all the walls and just precise. But I mean, those are the things that make Xena who she is, and that is levels and levels and levels above any other female character. No matter from what side you look at Xena, she is totally above everything. She's ahead of her time in so many ways. I mean, even when she was on TV back then in 1995 to 2001, I personally witnessed Xena a lot later in life. I mean, in years, because in 2001 when the series ended, I didn't even know about it. I mean, in Bulgaria, we knew about Xena like in 2002, I think was the year that they first aired Xena here, and they just aired it to the second season. They mixed up the episodes, they placed that episodes with the scrolls at the end, so it will look like the series was ended, and we didn't have internet back then here, so I couldn't even know that there's more episodes and seasons to Xena. And later, when I was in school, I was going to internet clubs. I went and I saw that Xena had a lot more seasons and so on and so forth, and I was able to watch it. The whole thing finally. But anyway, guys, I know personally kids like 14 years old that just adore Xena. They don't want any other Xena. They can't imagine any other Xena in the role. So younger kids don't have any problem with Xena the way she is, because they realize how Xena is amazing and special. They are not stupid, you know. Who wants to see a weak character like Katniss? Who wants to see anything close to Katniss? I mean, I'm just baffled, and I'm speechless. I'm so outraged. She will probably get better in the last episode, but she is not Xena. She's not close, anything close to Xena. Not combat-wise, skills, smarts, brain, nothing. She's nothing compared to Xena. I mean, most superheroes are nothing compared to Xena, even though Xena is only a human. She is kind of like Batman. She will always think of something to defeat even the gods, and she has. And she killed them all, with the exception of 2 gods, Aphrodite and Ares. And that was purposely, so she could kill everyone and use everything, and she doesn't care. She just finds a way, does it. She's the best. She's the best, and doing something with the new technologies will be awesome, but just use Lucy. I mean, she will get into shape. They will make her look like Xena. She didn't get that old. I mean, she looks great, and she could look even better with just a tiny pinch of touching her here and there and working out. Renee O'Connor also, she could get in shape. She could get to look younger. And she is supposed to look older because if this is continuation, Xena will be brought back to the according age. I assume that is how it's supposed to be, and Gabrielle will be already on that age, so yeah. And they could still fight and do everything that they did before, because 47 and Renee is like 45, 44 I think. It's not that old, and they could get back in shape and do everything again, and they could use more special effects if they must. And Xena, I mean, Lucy is so skilled in wielding the sword and fighting. She doesn't like it. She's not like me. I love fighting swords and everything. I love to be Xena, even. Not that I'm saying that I'm worthy playing Xena. I mean that who doesn't want to be Xena? And I enjoy all those things. She doesn't, but she does it like she grew up with the sword next to her crib or something like that. So guys, if you're Xena fans, just roll to NBC, do something, because we have to let them know that we don't want a reboot, a remake. We want just a continuation. A new series that continue the old series. I know that this is very far-fetched because of how today's world works, but if they crap on Xena, this is going to be the worst thing I've ever seen in movies and in TV series, because ruining the best female character ever created is just... I just don't want to think about it. We have to be very vocal about this, because they listen to the fans. I mean, they would at least know what we want, and if we are vocal enough, maybe we'll be able to change something, because this is ridiculous. I mean, I'm super happy that I'm going to be seeing Xena, but when I imagine what actress could play Xena, when I start to imagine how Lucy is standing right next to her and pretending that she's not Xena and playing someone else, it's just like knife to the heart of every Xena fan there is. So guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Please share this video this time, because it's really important. Even if you don't want to help me personally, you can help this cause, because yeah, every person that was ever a fan of something and kind of grew up with this particular franchise, series, whatever it is, knows how important this could be to someone. So please share this video, rate, comment, and if you like, subscribe. Until next time with Gary G Reviews.
You lose.
Best games for the best prices on g2a.com and cdkeys.com. If you'd like to subscribe, you can click the button to the right, and you can also check out my gaming channel, Gary G Gaming.